Hello, everyone, and welcome to Techyries. Big news on our show today: which countries Steam will accept your PayPal payment from, a new petition for the CEO of Roblox to resign, and anime fans have a reason to fly Delta. Super exciting news, super exciting times here. But in case you didn't know, I'm Morgan, and that is my lovely co host, KP.
That's right. And that's not all, guys. We'll show you a game where you can wield god powers, a review on a swarm game where you need to build your deck at the same time, and we're diving into the 4X Fest on Steam. So hello everybody. Hello, hello. Big hype. We have a lot going on. So let's get this party started and kick off the show with your tech pulse.
All right. As we have previously discussed, Steam is cracking down on their not safe for work adult content on their platform. But now there are issues with Steam and PayPal being your payment method. Now, this issue is only for consumers that do not use the following currencies: that is Euro, Canadian dollar, British pound sterling, Japanese yen, Australian dollar, or the United States dollar. All of y'all, you're safe. But Steam had stated that PayPal's acquiring banks stopped allowing Steam transactions using most of the world's currencies. And Steam did not go into detail on why these banks made this decision until now. So, in a statement to Rock Paper Shotgun, Valve confirmed these banks stopped supporting Steam based transactions for the same reason as MasterCard. There is, so here is actually the statement from Valve. The withdrawal of support is regarding content on Steam related to what we've previously commented on surrounding MasterCard. In this case, one of PayPal's acquiring banks decided to stop processing any Steam transactions, which cut off PayPal from Steam for a number of currencies. Now, for those unfamiliar, a couple weeks ago, MasterCard said their company did not restrict any content on the game creators' sites and platforms, but Valve immediately disputed this claim, saying they were instructed to remove games that were a risk to the MasterCard brand, which extends to the content the company deems acceptable. Now, this was the cause of hundreds of adult games to be removed from Steam, which we have covered in a previous live stream and YouTube video. Now, government officials in the United States have gotten involved and are trying to make host websites such as Steam personally reliable for any content uploaded by third party creators on their platform. So, what we want to know is, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think the de indexing of these adult games from platforms like Steam and others is a good thing, or do you think some officials and companies are overstepping? Let us know. Man, oh man. Steam and their controversies right now.
Yeah, when I saw this story, actually Tubby brought it to my attention and I was like, "But I just paid for a game using PayPal."
Right.
And he was all like, "Yeah, but they're getting rid of it." And then he started actually reading the article and he's like, "Oh, just kidding. US is
It's
fine."
We're good. We're
I was
good.
like, "Okay." So, I do think it's kind of crappy though that they aren't allowing this across all the different countries?
I
Like, you
agree.
have to have you have to be from a specific country in order to be able to use it.
Mhm.
Um,
Like, a big
but
thing
I
is,
also
like,
understand.
sorry, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, I was just gonna say, but I also understand because when you see a transaction from Valve, you don't PayPal doesn't see what that transaction is. So they have no idea what we're actually buying. They just see Valve amount and that's it. So
Mhm.
it's kind of like a double folded kind of thing where I get it, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it sucks.
So the thing that's disappointing about this is everybody and even the banks say, do not put your credit card information out on websites. Use things at your disposal like PayPal. That is the main way to help protect from putting your specific exact bank account information out there in the world. And now there's a bunch of countries with a bunch of different currencies who can't keep their banking safe on Valve, on Steam, and other, because I know there's other ones. The article we had didn't list the other ones, but I know there are other gaming sites like, this could end up being Epic Games could be affected by this for their storefront. Technically, Google Play. We could have Apple Store in the future be affected by this. And if you're not able
Right.
to use things like PayPal as your one way to, like, for you Temu shoppers out there, everybody says don't put your credit card on Temu, use PayPal. So, the banks and PayPal are removing a added layer of protection for their users and these buyers.
Right. Right.
So that's where I'm
Yeah.
kind of like, y'all, maybe we should keep it all protected. And, with the whole adult content we touched on in a previous video, in a way, like, I do think it's good for the young ages that are on the platform, helping keep them safe from content like that. But then there's a lot of LGBTQ community games that are being harmed and doxxed and, like, being de-indexed because they fall within more of the adult theming.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad on both sides of this whole topic with Steam and their adult content right now. So
Yeah, I think I don't know, part of me's like, let's just get rid of the ones that are really just pornos. Like, let's just focus on that, you know? Like, I get it, people want like, some people love those kinda games, but, also, we should just be doing age restrictions and actually have, like, the exact age restriction,
yeah.
you
Just
know?
like just like we discussed in our previous discussion of this was, how we have to go in and put in our birth date of when there's like R-rated games or mature rated games. It's really easy to fudge. It's not like that birth date should be tied to your account. It should be something that they read your account for. And Steam,
Right.
I think that would help do a lot of protection because if a parent or a kid makes their account, they're probably gonna put in their age. I mean, there's gonna be some kids who definitely lie. I know I did that when I was younger to get my Facebook a year sooner than I was supposed to. But
Right.
but it is what it is.
Wow.
The
Wow,
truth is
Morgan.
out.
Just
I
wow.
lied about my age on Facebook so I could have it a year sooner.
Uh,
I'm not the only one out there.
banned.
Hey, I changed my birth date after I turned the right age.
What's that, what's that SNL skit where it's like, "You go to jail."
That's good.
You go to jail. Jail. That's what it'll be now. I'll just be like, Morgan does something. "I did it early so I could get you go to jail." Oh, straight to jail.
But speaking of online controversies, by the way,
I was gonna say not jail.
not jail, but controversies and like protecting the young
Yes.
ones. You got a
Yes.
story
Eh,
for us regarding that.
yeah, there's a lot of news swirling around Roblox. For those people who actually play it, is actually very popular amongst little kids. Because it's like all these like put together games, which is interesting.
Hmm.
But there is a petition calling for the removal of Roblox CEO David Baszucki. The petition after I have to open this up so I can see what the oh no this oh yeah okay, so the petition surfaced after several issues coming to light. That the biggest is the accusation that it's unsafe for children, with various lawsuits going on after the company. So the petition has over 104,000 signatures.
Wow.
They are trying to get to 150,000. I mean, they're getting close. And they say that the petition states that children are being exploited and exposed to dangerous content, all while Roblox executive leadership turns a blind eye. Now, if nothing changes, this pattern of negligence will continue and more children will be hurt. This is not just about poor leadership, this is about child safety. But there is more in regards to Roblox. The Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill filed child protection lawsuit against Roblox. The lawsuit claims Roblox facilitated the distribution of child sex abuse material, failed to implement basic safety controls, and withheld warnings from parents and young users about the platform's risks. Now, the state of Louisiana is suing Roblox for restitution damages and attorney fees. So, Do you think Roblox needs a new CEO? And do you think Roblox needs to take stricter steps to protect children? Let us know.
Um,
All
this
of the above.
is
No, just kidding.
I mean, in a way, yeah. I mean, they
Yeah.
100% like when you have a game that is first things first, like completely free, public access, like there is a lot of paid stuff that you can do in it, but you can play for free.
Right.
And with that being said, this is accessible by anybody and everybody in the world, basically. And there are all age groups on there, but your main age group is these young children. I think as a company, when you know that is the main demographic, you should be doing whatever you can to protect your players. Whether, and that doesn't just go to like oh, your account is secure, this and that. Like, we are keeping the community safe. Like, these are very young, susceptible children, and there are predators out there. And in my opinion, for a company where their main demographic is young children, they need to be doing what they can to protect them.
I agree. I mean, I think they should take a step back and look at the CEO and see what he's doing. And if he's not taking the strict steps to protect children, that's a problem. And
Absolutely.
they should probably get a new CEO. Um, and it is easy for anybody of any age to just go in and play any of these games. And anybody can make a game from what it looks like. It's not like you have to be a member or like pay for anything. You could just make these games. So it
I don't play
does feel
Roblox, but to my knowledge, the pay stuff you pay for is like cosmetics and stuff like
yeah,
that.
but I'm saying like to make a game, you don't need to pay for anything.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you just have to you could just make it. You could just make a game and have people play it. Um so yeah, so there is like it feels like it's a little off the rails and not so strict as some of these other games we've seen from kids or for kids. So it's very interesting how it just kind of feels like it's just a platform where anybody can just do whatever they want, and that's a problem.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So, hey, Roblox CEO and Roblox company, let's keep the kids safe, please.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you. Thank you. It's important. Very important. Like, if I think about it, like, I have, a 13 and 14-year-old niece and nephew. Like, they are the prime age to be on Roblox, and
Mhm.
I want them protected. I'm sure
Right.
people at Roblox have their own children. Let's keep them protected. Is kind of what it just comes down to. Keep the youngins safe.
I agree.
But I have a more exciting, fun story now that we've talked about this
All the
this
bad
one.
news.
Yeah. So, where's my Destiny fans at? I know it's not
Time
KP,
to
but
leave.
I think there's some of you out there who are with me. Anyway, I asked that because get excited, Destiny fans, because the long awaited return of Sparrow Racing returns after 8 whole years of waiting, but maybe not how you think. After years and years of the community and myself asking for the return of the beloved Sparrow Racing mode, we will get its return in none other than NetEase's mobile game titled Destiny Rising, which takes place in a non canon variant of the Destiny universe. After a handful of closed beta and alpha testings that I was able to partake in, the game is now ready for full release on August 28th, 2025. I cannot wait. I will be diving into that for sure.
Hmm.
While Destiny Rising features cool heroes, crazy new super abilities that don't exist in the main game, dual wielding weapons, and more, Destiny Rising has officially revealed that it will have its own version of the Sparrow Racing League. Though we have begged Bungie for the return of Sparrow Racing, there is so much so that it genuinely has become a meme. It has been reportedly stated that making the specific Sparrow Racing tracks were too resource intensive compared to how many people were actually participating and spending time in the event. With that being said, now that we know Sparrow Racing is returning after 8 years in Destiny Rising, Do you think it will make its return to Destiny 2? Let us know in the comments. I don't know if it will, but I'm hoping it will. I could also see the reason they added this into Destiny Rising, though, can be like, hey, look, you've wanted this back in Destiny forever. You could play it in our
Mhm.
game. So I
Yeah.
could see them sadly using that as a point to get more people back, like to get them onto Destiny Rising rather than bringing it to Destiny 2, which it needs to come back. Please.
I think it depends on how the mobile game does,
Yeah.
personally. If the mobile game does well, then they could definitely potentially down the road add it as a part of a new season for you guys or
Hmm.
like another expansion story or something of that matter. But if the mobile game doesn't do well, then I got nothing.
I mean, I had some really nice hype around those closed betas and alphas, so I
Hmm.
think it will do well for a while. I'm just curious on the longevity of this mobile game.
Right.
Um, I think what would be and what and could end up happening if you see like the users like fall off. I could see them finally pushing like, okay, well, we're gonna let you have access to it on PC as well, because I think that is what will really keep Destiny Rising alive. But we'll see. We may be surprised. I know I'm gonna be diving into it that weekend. I'm gonna be stuck on a road trip back down to Florida with my dad, so I'm gonna sit there in the
Fun.
passenger seat playing Destiny Rising.
And recording it all. No.
I'm gonna have to be plugged in. I'm gonna be like, "Dad, you can't charge your phone. It's my charger because I have to screen record while I'm doing this." 'Cause
There you go.
there
Yeah,
will
I think
be
it's
a Destiny Rising full launch review.
I think we'll have to find out. Like if we see really good numbers, it could do really well.
I agree.
But yeah.
I mean, it
And
is.
I think if they just ported it over just to begin with, it would just cut the middleman out.
Yeah, see, the thing is, we used to get in Destiny, um, when we got the Sparrow Racing, it was like part of like a special event. So it wasn't like it stayed around forever where they had to worry about the
Mhm.
resources and the constant like keeping it up. There's so many like genuinely us begging for it to return has literally became a meme. I talk about it very frequently on my Destiny live streams with that I do with Grim. I'll be like, "Man, I really miss my my Sparrow Racing because it was so fun." But I guess
I
we
mean, I
couldn't do
missed
it
the
in
cow
Destiny
level in
Rising.
Diablo 4, but I haven't seen that yet.
Fair,
Okay? I
fair.
haven't seen it. I miss it, but Diablo 4 is like, we'll give you hints that there could be one, but not really.
Well, hey, hey, hey,
Thanks
hey.
a lot, guys.
At least Borderlands 4 is around the corner for
Yes. Yes, it is.
you.
Less than a month.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. Well, speaking of Borderlands 4 and its publisher Take-Two Interactive, we are finally hearing from the CEO. So Take-Two's Interactive CEO weighs in on the controversial comments that Randy Pitchford made regarding the price of Borderlands 4. Now,
Randy
you
makes
guys
something
may
controversial? No way.
I know. You may remember, I might have to jog your memory a little bit.
Please
You
do.
may remember when Randy commented on social media saying that real fans would find a way to make it happen if Borderlands 4 cost $80. Now, the
Bruh.
comment caused what? Backlash? No, against Randy and Gearbox. And
No.
here is what Take Two Interactive CEO had to say. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally, but the executive still loves him to death, meaning there is no bad blood between the executives. So, what do you think of the Take Two CEOs finally speaking out about the controversial comment Randy made? Let us know.
That man must have some patience to deal with Randy.
I think honestly, it was
they're,
like,
they're just
what am
used
I
to it by
supposed to
now.
say? But
Like,
what am I
eh.
supposed to say? I mean, he said this, he pissed off the community, and I got nothing. Like, We
We
did what we did, and
it
that was
didn't
it.
come out at $80. You're welcome.
Right, came out at 70. $10 off. But like what is he supposed to say? You know, like
Yeah.
he's not
Yeah.
going to come out and be like, "I can't believe he said this. This is dumb," because they've already went through and fixed the issue.
Right. Right.
Um and don't worry, those real fans out there like me already paid the 100 and some for the whole thing, the
I
whole
got my
gambit,
deluxe edition.
which is cheaper than if you buy it separately
Yeah.
in the long run.
That's how it
So
was with the new Destiny expansion because we get like the current story, the new expansion, then we get the other one later, and then all the special
yeah,
cosmetics, everything. We're like, honest, and like the dungeon keys and stuff. We're like, you might as well just buy the $100 version because it actually ends up really breaking down to everything. It's only $40 per DLC
right.
plus the $20 for all the cosmetics that come with it,
Right.
and it's like it's kind of a no brainer because them alone, I think they were wanting $50, so you're literally saving like $20 by just buying them both together.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I mean, and that's what I looked at. I'm like, if we think about it, we're gonna get DLC, two new Vault Hunters.
mhm.
Like we're talking that's probably gonna be another $80
Yeah.
on top of
Oh,
the
for sure.
$70. So now
For
I'm
sure.
spending $150 as opposed to $120.
Hey,
But
we're really good at girl math.
what are you talking about? That's gamer math. That
No,
is gamer
that's
math.
fair. I did literally I just did a what was it? It was a I had yesterday at the one local like kind of like nerdy like bookstore thing that I go to, and
Mhm.
I didn't know. We just were like, let's get out, but let's be inside because it was like ungodly hot here. And we go in, and we didn't know that at the store they were doing their event where it's a penny a page for all their used books. So
Oh,
I was like, heck yeah. I ended up getting like $150 worth of used priced books for less than $50. I was
wow.
like going through Dan and I got some stuff like Dan's one whole total because we had to do it in like separate transactions. Just saying. 'Cause there was a limit. But it was kind of like that. I was like, well, honey, we might as well get this one too because it's cheaper like than if we got this one book all together. Girl man.
No, nerd math.
All the above.
All the above. All right, but I want to just remind everybody that we have 25 days until the
Whoop,
release
whoop.
of Borderlands 4, and you guys will be catching me all day on Friday.
Yeah, make sure you tune in. I think you're gonna be live with a shirtless Dan, right?
He is taking the day off. I don't know when he'll wake up. Okay, let me just put
Yeah,
it
no,
that
no,
way.
that's fair. That's fair. Potentially with shirtless Dan.
Yeah, he's taking the
um,
day off, but that doesn't mean he's awake. I actually have to sit down and I think Tony's planning on getting it too, Tony O Twitch. So,
nice.
um, yeah, we'll see what time these
It's gonna be a
boys
good
wake up
time.
because I'm telling you, it's gonna be a long day.
I feel that.
Long, long day.
Feel that. Well, also, guys, make sure you check out our Instagram reels, our check out our reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, because there are going to be some future, sorry, Borderlands 4, uh, vertical, short for you to just bite-sized eat videos coming soon. So, as we're ramping up
Woohoo!
to the launch, we're gonna have some more Borderlands videos for you to enjoy.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of enjoying things, oh yeah,
Yes, my anime lover.
I'm literally. It's funny because I'm wearing an anime shirt right now. This is all One Piece. I just got it yesterday on sale. Anyway, anywho, anime lovers, great news. While you still might need to download some of your episodes to watch while flying, you may not have to if you fly Delta. This is because Crunchyroll has partnered with Delta Airlines to offer in flight access to more than 2,000 of the platform's anime titles. So, Crunchyroll will actually curate the series and films, which will be available to flyers later this year on more than 169,000 seat back screens. So in total, there will actually be more than 50,000 episodes of series and films with a combined 25,000 hours of content available for your in-flight viewing pleasure. Now, Delta, if you're a Delta Sky Miles member and you log onto the Delta Sync Wi-Fi on your personal device, you will be given special offers, including a 24-hour trial for Crunchyroll's library, which they can use during their flight or after, though terms and exclusions may apply. Now, which anime, if you're in flight and you have it on the back of the screen, which anime would you binge during your flight? Let us know in the comments, but be mindful if it's on the big screen, other people around you can see it too. Just saying. I'm sure there are. I'm assuming. I just want to start right off the rip a little like convo about it. Like there's for sure going to be some of those crazy titles we all like that are not going to be available on that flight because they are not family friendly. You can find movies on there that do have some more like not PG rated things. I've seen them in their movies they have available. So I'm sure we will get some darker stuff available from the anime, but don't expect all of the super crazy shit on there because they're probably going to be a little mindful to the people who might be around you. But yeah, what anime would you want to watch while flying? Do you have one? Would it be Sailor Moon?
It's like the only anime I really watched
I
as a
know.
child.
I know. Maybe
What was it?
Pokemon,
I don't
you
even
know?
you know what's really funny was? I didn't even really think it was an anime, I just thought it was cartoon.
I feel like that happened a lot, even like with people with Pokemon for a long time. They didn't realize it was an anime because of like
Yeah.
it came out on like because of like the channels it came out on. Because was it Cartoon Network that came out on?
I don't know, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch
Actually,
Pokemon as a child. My brother was all into it, I just was along for the ride.
I'm gonna find out what channel. What channel did Pokemon air on in the U.S.? Cartoon Network. Okay, cool. Look at that.
I'm sure I'm sure Crunchyroll was probably like, "Okay, we need to go through our animes and find the ones that are suitable, that fit."
Oh,
Because I'm sure Delta has a whole like, "Here are the rules. This is what we're allowed to show," all that stuff. Imagine being that
I
person who has to be like,
promise you, there are animes I watch that I would not willingly turn around strangers. And that couldn't even just be for like the any like let's say sexual content. It could be more of like this is dark and brutal, and if I have a little kid next to me, there's no way I'm turning that on for that little kid. Other people don't care
"Yeah,
about that, and they were like, "Nah, fuck the child," like, "Nah, whatever, child. I'm gonna turn this on anyway." I'm not that way. I'm gonna be like, "Let's turn on something a little lighter. I don't need this little like 5-year-old looking over and seeing heads and getting cut off and blood spraying," you know. But
right."
unless mom's already watching that or dad, then I guess, well, you're already showing them it, might as well. Uh,
What about you, Morgan? What anime would you want?
um,
Remember, you said be mindful.
no, 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 no. It's luckily I have a lot of stuff that is very mindful. I would probably just turn on One Piece. It's something I'm really familiar with. I've been enjoying. I've been doing my rewatch in the dub. So depending on how many episodes they have available, maybe I can pick up where I'm currently left off in my rewatch in dub. So I'm curious to see if we're gonna be able to change because there is people who prefer sub. So I wonder if we're gonna have the choice to be able to have subtitle like Japanese with subtitles, or we can choose English, or will it be um dub only? I'm assuming we'll be able to select though, especially because Delta does international flights. So
Right.
I would be surprised if we're just stuck to dub only. Um, but yeah, I think that's probably what I'd do. I think One Piece is pretty safe. I'm
Mhm.
wearing a One Piece shirt right now. Whatever, kind of on brand, I guess. But another one I would watch if it's available is Freyrin. That one's a beautiful anime. It's one I actually think I think you'd really like as well. Um, I luckily have a lot that are other people friendly. I'm
Okay.
curious to see for like the bigger animes that are not like longer, but like the more popular ones, how much of their content's going to be available. Like we have, for example, there's an anime out called Kaiju Number 8 right now. Like I love it. I've been watching it. It's great. Are they gonna have it available? If they do, are they only gonna have the first season to get people introduced? Or are they only gonna have, like, the first X amount of numbers available, like, episodes available on the for people to, like, to tease people and get them interested in it, to maybe push them to maybe buying a Crunchyroll subscription down the
Mhm.
line? That could very well happen. I'm very curious to see how they, play around with their how they set up their catalogs and what they're gonna put on the actual Delta airline catalog for viewing.
You started talking about it, and I'm not gonna lie, I looked over and, like, hearts were literally going up over on our YouTube. It was really cute. I was like, "Aw, people love this idea." So, thank you guys for interacting over there on
Yeah.
YouTube. That really helps us understand. Even if you're not chatting, it's okay. A little
Which one is it?
interaction of just,
YouTube? If you can give a heart, you can put a message in our comment.
"Oh, come on, Morgan.
I
Don't be
wanna
like
know.
that."
Give me your animes. Maybe you'll give me one I don't know, and I can go watch it. No, thank you guys. Even for you lurkers out there, thank you. You guys are the best.
No, we appreciate it. But yeah, if you guys do have an anime that you are excited now to check out while you're in flight, let us know. Morgan knows I'm not really an anime person, so I'm sorry I can't really weigh in too much on this one. But
You have Netflix?
yes, I have Netflix. I have
Okay.
the I have the lovely ad version Netflix.
I do too.
I was like, I really wanted to watch Wednesday when it came out, and so, like, I have a bad habit of, like, I will just binge anything and just sit there, and I will finish it all the way through. So when there's nothing on YouTube for me to watch, I just go to Netflix. So
Well, I might be sending you an anime your
okay, we'll see if I watch it.
way. I know.
Um
I know.
But, yes,
Alright, talk
thank you
about
guys
something you do like.
for for showing us your support. Okay, guys, so
Now she gets excited.
well, this is exciting because you don't understand. This has been something that people have been begging, kind of like your stuff. This has been something that people have been begging for. So good news could be coming, guys, to Diablo 4. There is a new leak that states that the Paladin class, that's right, you did not hear me not say it right, the Paladin class could be getting tested. So there was a file name called 2.5x Paladin point 67961 was discovered, which is incredible news. Now, if this leak is true, you're probably wondering how would paladins play in Diablo 4? I'm actually curious about this too. So, according to Game Rant, the class would provide a lot of buffs and utility in the form of auras and banners and will likely be fierce in both close and mid-range combat via melee and holy magic, which is totally understandable because now we're thinking like this could be more like a mix between how Crusader was with the Paladin, because the Crusader was just another bump off of the Paladin when they brought it into play in 3. So the Paladin would finally be able to add more relevance to shields because we do have shields in the game, but there's not a lot of relevance to them right now. And while the Paladin is not new to the Diablo franchise, it is something fans have wanted in the game since it launched. Literally, everybody who has been on this train has been like, where's our Paladin? When Spiritborn was launched, where's our Paladin? You keep screwing us over. Where's our Paladin? So, what skills are you looking forward to if the Paladin gets dropped into the game? Let us know. I think the one thing that so I was talking with Tubby about this because I told him that I saw this and he was like, "Oh my gosh, this is great," because he played Paladin in WoW, and you know how like there's a lot of similarities between some of the classes that you see between WoW and Diablo because it's under the same same people, Blizzard, right? But he wanted a Thorn Paladin. So, and I was like, well, maybe that could be possible. But a lot of people I know will probably be like, I want my hammered in, I want my hammer paladin so I can fly hammers around. But we kind of already have that with the barbarian, but it would have to be basically back to the basics of everything. So we would have to go back and be like, hey, we want this paladin from 2, not a modified version of the barbarian. So
Gotcha.
I'm really excited to see if this does get dropped because I know like Latin misses his paladin. I know there are so many people that loved paladin. Like paladin was the main class that people played in 2. I was not a paladin. I was a trapson. I was a trap assassin. That was my thing, my jam. And then if on 3, I was more like I'm a witch doctor or I'm a necro. So like things change depending on, how the game plays. And now I'm like a hardcore spiritborn, which is weird because like I hate like it I don't like up close contact, but there's something about the way that it moves that just really intrigues me. It's got like that like the spiritborn definitely has like that monk, but then has like other kind of things to it, so it's very interesting how it like meshes together. But yeah, paladin could be a thing, guys. And I know this has been something that we just have wanted. So I'm really excited if this actually rings true. And on top of that, I want to say that I'm not the only one who's talking about this whole thing. I follow this one guy. His name is Rax. He's like a huge Diablo fan. He actually took a hiatus from Diablo because of all the things that were happening with the controversy of like we're just not getting what we want. And he was bringing it up too. So like this, if he's bringing it up, this is kind of massive. So we're gonna keep an eye on this and see if this actually does ring true in the
Very
end.
nice. Very nice. Congratulations.
Hey, look, Dan's awake.
Good morning. All right. Well, with that, everybody, we're going to go on a quick, short break because I need to use the restroom. And, maybe I'll want to grab a snack to enjoy while we continue the rest of our show. But when we return, we will be diving into maybe some video games that we took a look at for y'all. And then on top of that, we took a deep dive into the Steam for X Fest, which we have some video games that we picked for you that we want to showcase and show y'all because we think they're pretty cool. But until then, we will be back here momentarily. So stick on around, chat with us in chat, and we'll be back shortly.
It's like Doom and Hades had a baby. This is Seth, developed by Chaotic Games. The game is a roguelite first-person shooter where Egyptian mythology meets science fantasy. In this game, you play as Seth, god of desert, and you'll obliterate the legions of Apophis. You'll choose your weapon, fight, die, and rise again. You'll slay your foes, tear their souls apart from their body, to replenish your shield and resist the most powerful attacks. In the game, you'll choose from a selection of weapons with unique abilities such as slowdown for the bow or a grappling hook on your shotgun. Besides weapons, you'll have melee skills, dash, and spells to help defeat your enemies. And if you die, don't worry, each god has their own style. Receive their powers, combine them, and make each one of your runs unique. Can you become the feared god you used to be? At this time, there is no release date, but if you want to jump into a sci-fi mythological fast first-person shooter roguelite, then wishlist it now.
All right, everybody, that was your look at Seth. It is Seth, yes. Seth.
Yeah, it looks like it should be Seth, but it's not. It's Seth. It's interesting though, because it's only a single player game, but it's intriguing to me.
Okay.
And what's really interesting about this game too is Morgan and I have been posting all these different games and all these others like spotlights and stuff like that. And the people that actually created this game keep liking our stuff and they're like, hello. And so we decided to finally go, okay, let's look at it and see what we have. And I think it's a very cool game. It kind of gives me those like,
I like how colorful it is.
huh?
I like that it's really colorful. Like the spells and everything you
Yeah.
get to do.
But it gives me like the Doom like kind of vibe to it a little bit, even
Okay.
though it's not full Doom, like it just I don't know. There's like this fascinating like feel that you get from it with still feeling very like god like and being able to use their stuff and like things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just hoping they put out a demo. I really would like to try it and see what I think of it. I think the game has some good so it has some like good like things to it, but I just really kind of want to try it.
I like it. It looked fun. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a lot of fun. It's a little just because I want to make sure I remember correctly. Is it like kind of like swarmy, like you're dealing with like the different swarms, or is it a bit more like crawler like?
I think it's like a mixture of both. I think it's like Swarm with a mix of dungeon crawl
Okay, no,
built in.
that makes sense from what we
Yeah,
saw.
which is kind of like how Killing Floor is. Like Killing
Yeah,
Floor is like a dungeon crawl, but it's also a swarm game where you have to attack all these things. And
yeah.
so I'd be curious to see like I said, I want to see what the gameplay is like, but
Mhm.
they don't have any demos out right now, but maybe down the line we'll get to see what a demo is with it.
Very cool. Very cool. I like. Well, next up, everybody, we do have another game that KP actually had the chance to test out and dive into and play around in. So we're going to go ahead and take that game for you guys now. And then when we return, we'll end up getting into our Steam 4X Fest. But for now, here is Deck of Destiny Battleforge.
Combining card building and roguelite features into one game. This is your first look at Deck of Destiny Battleforge. In this game, you'll choose one of 4 legendary heroes to reclaim the magic of the ancient lands. There's a dark curse over all the kingdoms, stealing the world's magic and plunging it into chaos. Destruction and despair spread across the lands, and many feared that the power of the cards would never return. So let's dive into the gameplay. I have played several different roguelike swarm games, and this one was another one that I was curious about. In the game, you will use your WASD keys to move around and then numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to choose a card to use. You'll also have to collect cards to add to your deck, so after you use a skill on a card, it can be replenished. But you also need to use your mouse to aim and shoot at the same time. While playing the game, I looked to see if there was a controller option available for the demo, but there wasn't. And on their Steam page, controller compatibility isn't listed. I think there could be something beneficial of using a controller because there was a lot of finger movement to push a number and then move your character, which made it difficult when reaching and moving. As for the art style, it reminded me of the old RuneScape and other games similar to that. But the devs say Vampire Survivors inspired them to make the game. The card designs are similar to many different deck builder games. Moving to the soundtrack. During gameplay, the soundtrack has your typical fighting sound effects you would hear when hitting enemies. But when in the menu, the music has this epic soundtrack that will get you mentally prepared for battle. Overall, Deck of Destiny Battleforge is a unique gameplay that combines deck building and roguelike fast action combat. Just like most roguelites, you need to upgrade your character in order to become stronger on the battlefield. But I think the mechanics of combining WASD, numbers, and mouse control is a lot for someone to handle. It could be a smoother feeling with the use of a controller and using the D-pad to pick which card you want to use. The gameplay for the demo runs about 30 to 45 minutes, and the demo is available on Steam. Deck of Destiny Battleforge is expected to release in August of this year. This is your first look at the demo.
All right, everybody. That was your look at Deck of Destiny Battleforge. That looks pretty fun. I do agree with you. I think there's a little bit of tweaking that needs to be done to the game, but overall, I think it has good bones.
Well, the game releases and so I went to go look it up because I wanted to see if they actually did anything regarding can we play with like a controller and all that stuff because literally this game is very difficult because it's so many finger movements and I don't that sounds so wrong. I don't mind like, having to do like, move my mouse, all this other stuff, but when you start adding in like too many, it feels overwhelming.
Sure.
But this game releases in a day. Um
Oh,
releases on
releases
October
tomorrow?
on well, releases on August 19th, so a day and
Oh,
23 hours.
okay, okay.
But like I'm curious if they even made any changes to it because I still don't see on their Steam page anything regarding adding controller support or anything like that. So I'm kind of curious. I do like it. Like, I think it's a really cool game. I like that you get to play as different classes. I
Yeah.
like that it's got like that. It feels very RuneScapey or like even a little bit like WoW kind of feel, but it is a little concerning when you have the deck part of it is a little more like, "Ooh, I don't know. I
Sure.
don't know if this is a good one for me or not." So,
Well, we'll have to keep an eye
you
and
guys
see if
wanna check it
if
out?
controller comes out. Controller
Yeah.
support, sorry. But
Yeah, no, you're good. There is still no demo. Well, I should say there was a demo. There's no demo now because it is releasing soon. But if this does seem like a game for you, then put it on your wish list. Wait till it comes out and see how much it's going to be priced at because there's no price value right now.
feisty.
No,
He loves me at finger movements. I got arthritis.
that's
Fair.
fair.
Very fair. Very
That
fair.
is fair. That's fair. That's why I always look for to see if there is compatibility with controller because like for me, I have a wrist issue. And so like there are times where I like playing on controller or using a controller because it helps to alleviate some of the times where I have like my wrist will get frozen and that's not fun. And then I have to like crack it or pop it in order to use my hand again,
Sure.
which is very painful. And so like so is arthritis. Arthritis is very painful, so I totally understand. It sounds like it'd be such a good fit for that game though. Wonder if the devs have considered it. That's a great question. I'm hoping that our review when we send it out and be like, "Hey, look. Look at this cool review we did." Maybe it'll consider it. I really am because I do
Mhm.
think that would be um more useful. Like it's easier to control multiple objects in a game on a controller I've noticed than it is with the mouse and keyboard.
Stop it. You're cute.
We're
That's
trying.
so cute.
Oh, feisty.
Love it. Well, everybody, we showed you two games today, but that's not all. Those are some indie games, and we have more to show you because we're diving right now into that Steam 4X Fest we've been telling you about. So, going on until Monday, August 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, Steam has been hosting their Steam 4X Fest. This is a week long celebration and sale focused on games in the 4X genre. Now, 4X stands for explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. It's a type of strategy game where players manage resources, build empires, and conquer opponents. So, KP and myself went and picked out 2 game titles each for a total of 4 games from the Steam 4X Fest that stood out to us. So, let's go ahead and check them out. So, let me pull up my first pick for y'all right now. And that was Dune Spice Wars. So this is a 4X real-time strategy game from the developers of the critically acclaimed game Northgard, set in Frank Herbert's groundbreaking Dune universe. You must lead your faction and battle for control and dominance over the harsh desert planet of Araxis. Now, guys, next up, I promise you, I did not do this on purpose. Genuinely, I didn't even realize these are by the same developers. But next up, I have for you is Northgard. So, this game has been on my Steam wishlist for a while. Northgard, as stated earlier, is a critically acclaimed strategy game based on Norse mythology. You lead your clan, uncover the secrets of a mysterious newfound continent, and defeat your enemies to conquer the throne. Now, with that being said, KP, what games did you pick for us?
Well, before I jump into that, I will
Yes.
say that Feisty says that it's harder to hear you, Morgan, than me.
What? That's new. Hold up. Probably because before we go live, she's always quieter than when she is live. Anyway, let me know if this is better. I adjusted our audio levels. So hopefully this is better. Let us know and I can do more adjustments. So, KP, with that being said, and our mic levels fixed.
Yes.
She's joking the system, gosh darn it.
I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting here. I am literally not moving. Well, I am moving.
Okay.
My hands are moving. Look, my hands are moving.
Perfect. I made it louder and it's basically almost as loud as I can make it. So,
Dan says, I have you guys at max volume, and Morgan has more fluctuation in
you
volume.
know what? Hold on. I think it's my stupid audio thing again with my computer.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because even though I make this microphone my max microphone, or my default, it decides not to do that. So sorry if I just blew your eardrums out by fixing it.
It's like as soon as Morgan starts chilling, stay vigilant. All
Oh
right, let us know if
man.
that's better, guys. We really appreciate the help and
Yes,
we
thank you
will
for pointing it out.
troubleshoot.
We really appreciate it. All right,
You
KP,
know what?
what'd you pick for
Oh,
us?
sounds so much better. Great. Yeah,
Okay, good.
is this a recent thing? This is not a recent thing. This happens a lot with Morgan's
I usually
audio.
remember to fix it before because it's something whenever I turn my computer off and back on, it's something I have to like fix every time I turn my computer back on. Even though I've told my PC do not use my one sound mixer as my default, it constantly chooses it as my default over this mic, even though I literally have fixed it. So I just happened to forget to fix it this time. That's all. You
Okay,
know,
now we'll dive into my stuff.
yes. Talk to us. What are they?
All right. So my first game is Rule of Fantasy Realm of your own design. Explore new magical realms in Age of Wonders. Signature blend of 4X strategy and turn-based tactical combat. Control a faction that grows and changes as you expand your empire with each turn. I am super excited about the Age of Wonders game. This is like so cool and I
It looks
love the
really good.
whole like yeah. I do love the whole like mythology stuff and all the other
Mm-hmm.
stuff that they added with it. I just can't spend the money yet, but I will eventually get the game, I promise, and play it. The other one is explore a galaxy full of wonders in this sci-fi grand strategy game from Paradox Development Studios. Interact with diverse alien races, discover strange new worlds with unexpected events, and expand the reach of your empire. Each new adventure holds almost limitless possibilities. This is also another game that I thought was really interesting and cool. Um, I like that I kind of went more along the outskirts, but this is the game that I also had kind of like on my eye.
Stellaris has been
No.
on my like, it's surprisingly you don't see it on my wish list right now, but I've had Stellaris on my wish list for a while. Good
So, what
option.
games
Good.
have you seen from the Steam 4X that you are playing or waiting for release? Let us know. And also, guys, if you guys, you can also suggest games for us to check out in our
Yeah.
Discord under the game suggestion section that we have.
It's a
Morgan and I
new
have already started popping things in there for
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. It's a one of our newer channels we've added for y'all. It's right under like our tech discussion where we like all talk about tech news and just chit chat with one another. It's the game suggestions channel. So if you're in our Discord, you should definitely, be sending some game suggestions because we'll check them out. We'll either do some like spotlights where we talk about the just over do an overview of the game of what it is, and some other ones we'll also dive into. So please, if there's a game you want us to check out, send it our way. Oh, no problem. So the Norse game is called Northgard. I'll show it to you one more time. This is it if you need the spelling. This is it for you. Hello, Latin. Welcome, welcome.
Oh,
No
your wish
problem,
list is
Pisces.
happy. Nice.
We love happy wish lists. You should see ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
352 and counting. Yeah.
Thank you, Latin, for the resub at
Woo!
27 months. Let's go.
Wow.
Heck yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Let's keep this going. That's
Let's
right.
keep it going. Okay. Well, guys, with that, we're going to go on a quick break. And when we return, we actually have a good, like, two handfuls of games coming out next week that we want to show to you. We think they're really cool, or there's some pretty, interesting titles coming out on other platforms. So please stay tuned. And when we return, we're going to talk about all those games coming up and that will be launching for you all next week. So stay tuned. And when we come back, we'll dive right into that. All right, everyone, it is a new week, and that means new video games are coming out, and some of them have demos available. So here's a look at what games are releasing for the next week of Monday, August 18th through Friday, August 22nd. So, KP, can you take us away with our first game that's releasing?
Yes, so get ready to mark your calendars for all these if it seems intriguing to you and you want to add them to your wish list. Like I said,
Absolutely.
wish lists grow.
Make them happy.
Yes, make them happy. All right, first up is high octane arena shooter where you face waves of nasty enemies. Use destructive weapons and high mobility to secure your spot on global leaderboards. Expect tight gunplay, satisfying kills, and meaningful upgrades. Horde Lord releases on Monday, August 18th on PC. There is a demo on Steam.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, next up, everybody, you get to surf across magnificent waves of sand and glistening waters on an epic quest to restore a lost queen. From the visionary artist behind The Pathless and Journey, Sword of the Sea is an atmospheric surfing adventure with fast movements inspired by classic skateboarding and snowboarding games. Sword of the Sea releases on Tuesday, August 19th on PlayStation 5 and PC. Now, just so y'all know, this is by the same creators of Journey, as I think I already might have said that, but man, it looks really cute and really good. I'm interested.
All right. Next, we have Shantae is back in a 2D side scrolling action adventure game 20 years in the making. The nefarious pirate Risky Boots has a groundbreaking new plan that will leave Sequin land spinning by rotating the continent. She can move any town right to the coast for easy plundering. You'll hair whip and belly dance your way through scrambled lands, misplaced towns, monster filled crypts, and daunting labyrinths. Six creature transformation, fierce boss battles, and a four-player versus mode await. Shantae Advanced Risky Revolution releases on Tuesday, August 19th on PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One.
Then we have Core System, or Core Sys, but Core System is a brain teasing action puzzler where you'll need to break through layers of digital security with quick thinking strategy. Move your cursor around a 5 by 5 grid of alphanumeric key panels. Use your scanning ability to identify the next piece of code needed and select that panel to complete the code sequence, thus bypassing security and gaining access to the next layer. Core System releases on Wednesday, August 20th on PlayStation 5 and 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and the Switch.
All right. It does kind of sound cool though.
It does sound
Must
fun.
be.
And maybe it's a fun puzzle game for the Daneth out there. We all know
That's
Shirtless
right.
Dan loves his puzzle games.
And to torture the rest of us with his puzzles.
Yes.
All right. Black Myth Wukong is an action RPG rooted in Chinese mythology. You shall set out as a destined one to venture into the challenges and marvels ahead to uncover the obscure truth beneath the veil of a glorious legend from the past. Black Myth Wukong releases on Wednesday, August 20th on Xbox Series X and S. So all you controller fans out there, get ready. It's coming to the Xbox.
Whoop whoop. Alethea, the Wraith of Aetheri, is a fantasy adventure game where a sword wielding guardian and an arcane monk must learn to work together to defeat the void corrupting their home. Explore ruined temples, solve environmental puzzles, rescue spirits, and defeat giant void monsters. Alethea, the Wraith of Aetheri, releases on Thursday, August 21st on PlayStation 5 and 4, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Now, if interested, and it may not stay forever, especially with the looming release, There is a playtest available on Steam right now.
All right. Get ready to manage your own discount supermarket. Get caught up in a small town drama, organize and plan your shop's layout, and strike lucrative trade deals as you expand your secretive ants business empire. Selling more frozen fries will surely help this broken community, right? I'm sure it will. This county releases on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, and PC on Thursday, August 21st. And there is a demo available on Steam. I kind of got really interested in this one, so I already added this one to my wish list.
Nice,
Yay.
nice.
More games and counting. Better than
Lastly,
Supermarket Simulator? I mean, it could be.
maybe
It
gotta play
could
that
it
demo
could be.
or and find out.
Yeah.
The next one and the last one we have for y'all is one KP and I both are extremely excited for. So, with this game, you get to head out on a grand alpine expedition with a herd of lovable beasts as you ascend a mountain path, encounter eerie dangers and surprising obstacles, and forge your way into the mystery of at the summit. Herdling releases Thursday, August 21st on the Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Now, what we want to ask you all is out of all these games that are releasing next week, which ones interest you guys the most? Let us know. I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm looking at both the chats.
Yeah, I can't believe that one's coming out already. I thought
I
you still had some
know.
time.
I'm excited though. It looks like a good game.
Feisty says, I need more cute games. Did you all already cover the cat game in the Discord? Uh,
You'll have to
which
check.
cat game? I'm like, there's a lot of
Which
cat
one? I was
games.
gonna say I feel like we might have done a couple.
Are you
Let me
talking
pull it up.
about the Schrodinger's cat one? Schrodinger's cat one. No, I haven't yet. I saw it and I was like, "Oh, this looks really cool." There are a lot of which one? Well, which ones did you cover? Well, okay. I have played Little Kitty Big City already. Um, we had Kato that we talked about last week that we said was coming out, which is a cat game. There is also Fatal Claws, which is a cat game, which is more of a side scroller type game that I put in our Discord. I'm trying to think of all the other cat games that
I'm like
we've talked
scrolling.
about. Oh, we talked about Catly before. Remember we talked about
We
Catly?
did talk about Catly. We've talked about Stray plenty of times. We've
Yep.
covered stuff about the Cat Assassin game coming out with um
David Bautista.
yeah, thank you. Because
Hmm.
he has his production company working on that. I'm trying to see if there's any others. We've talked about hamsters and
We've talked about hamsters
squirrels.
on a rail. Hamsters on a rail. We have
Yeah.
talked about squirrels before. Yeah, we've talked about a lot of animals. Hamsters, yeah. Yeah.
Now I can tell you guys that there is a video that we're working on, like these suggestion videos of like games that we're suggesting you guys to go check out, and we'll make sure that we do an animal themed one. I know that was one KP was interested in doing, so you know, in the future we'll have more can animal expected one. Yes, hamsters. So for anyone who wants to know about the hamsters, one of our not our first, but one of our very first reviews, um, is called was of a game called Hamster on Rails.
Yeah. I was so
If you
excited
like
for that.
squirrels, you should check out the Sacred Acorn. We've done a review on that, and KP was really likes that one. I know you play it quite a bit.
Yes. I'm actually waiting for them to release more of an update on that one just because I think once they release the update, it's going to fix a lot of the like quality of life things that I would like with the game.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to see what other if there's any others I'm missing.
It's a Soul Light Squirrel game. I know we've done a lot of games. We should just make a game about animals.
There's a game called Seclusa that is when you're on a safari taking photos.
We did that one. We did Cult of Lamb, but that's
Oh,
uh,
if you like cute cozy games, it's
oh,
coming out. It's coming out this winter. We have Winter Burrow.
right. Winterboro was a good one.
That's a cute mouse. There's Space Kitty or Space Kitten. Sorry, Space Kitten is
Oh, that
another
one
cat
was,
one.
yeah, I don't know if that one's out yet.
Anyway, yeah, that's some of the animal ones we've looked at. You
I know
can
we should just
find
make a playlist for animals.
cozy games, cute games.
Just
Oh,
animal games.
your poor wallet, feisty. All right, everybody. We do have stuff already planned for our next show because the Future Games Show takes place on Wednesday. So we'll showcase any updates on games or new ones that are shown that really catch our eye. So yeah, that could be a good time. Also, Google could show off their new Pixel phone. So we'll show you everything that was announced during the Made by Google event that's also happening next week.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah. So those are we're gonna have all the new things for y'all. We're gonna, as always, be keeping an eye out to Steam and any good sales, any cool games we want to show y'all, all the upcoming games that are releasing in the following weeks. But before we go, because we are sadly here at the end of our show together, um, we want we want to remind you to not forget to check us out across all of our social medias. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Threads. And you'll be able to see a lot of our video content over on Reels and TikTok, obviously over here on YouTube. And so, yeah, just, if you're not already, please go give us a follow. That way, you know when our live shows are happening. You can see when we post new videos because we do put them out on social media every time we post a new video. So, yeah, come follow us on socials.
There we go.
Thank you.
I'm like, I know I can do it.
I got the other one. Never mind.
Okay.
You got the other one.
Um, yes, and also, like Morgan was saying, thank you for the updates, ladies. Have a lovely week. You too, Feisty.
Always. You
But as Morgan
too.
was saying, we are over on YouTube as well. So if you have not gone over there, please get over there, hit the subscribe button, um hit the like buttons on our content. It
Yes.
helps
If
with
you
reach.
enjoyed this show, please like the live stream. It helps us out. Give it a like.
That's
Give it
right.
a like.
And hit the what, Morgan?
Ding dong that bell.
That's right. That way you guys know when we go live, when we post new content and everything so that you guys can check it out and help us grow because we're doing really well. We're already making our way to 300 subscribers over there and we're really proud and
Help us
we're
get
just
there.
chugging along. And then also if you are on Twitch, make sure you hit the little heart button. Hit that little heart button. Don't have to subscribe. It's totally fine, but the heart is free and it shows that we are growing over here too. We're almost at 90. We could do it. We're just 3 away. So until then, we got a lot going on. We have a lot to work on, especially this week with more games to look at because we just got to dive into it all. So we can't wait. But until then, you guys have a great week. We will see you on next Sunday. And until then, keep processing.
Bye.